My voice is very deep today.
What? What are a couple of young Gryffindors doing outside on a day like this?
There we go. Gandalf. Olivia Jade has been caught up in a massive FBI scandal. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star gave away over $1 million worth of makeup. Tanya Burr and Jim Chapman have announced that they're no longer together. And of course, it's a return of YouTuber Watch. Who will it be this week? All this plus a little something for Papa on this week's edition of YouTuber News. The video news service from WeTheUnicorns.com, the only website that will take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in news. Our first story, YouTuber Olivia Jade has been caught up in a massive FBI investigation involving bribery, scandal, and some desperate housewives. Oh, actually, a desperate housewife, a single one. Okay, this is such a complex story. Let's roll back to last year so we can get a full sense of the story. So, YouTuber Olivia Jade is the daughter of a Hollywood actress, and she went to the University of Southern California. And while she was there, she got a bit of a reputation for complaining about not wanting to go to class. She would make vlogs where she just talked about how she was just at college to party. People generally got annoyed at her because they were like, why are you at college if you're not even really appreciating it? Flash forward to 2019, her mother gets caught up in a massive FBI sting where she is alleged to have paid tens of thousands of dollars to bribe her daughter, Olivia, into that university. So all the stuff that Olivia said about how, like, I don't even want to be at college, it sucks, is made kind of even worse when allegedly she had to pay a bunch of bribes to get into that college in the first place. Allegedly. The scam is supposed to have involved Olivia's supposed sporting record. Her mother allegedly bribed a sports official at the university to lie and say that Olivia was on the rowing team. And this so-called sporting achievement is apparently what helped get Olivia into the college, allegedly. Just reading here, I said it was tens of thousands worth of bribes. It was $500,000 she allegedly paid to get her daughter into this university. Apparently 300 FBI and IRS agents were involved. 50 people have been charged, including Felicity Huffman, who was on Desperate Housewives. So now it seems that Olivia's place at this university has been thrown into question because if the fraud is found to be proven, then she cheated her way in, and maybe that place should be taken away. That's not for me to say, that's for the dean of the university to say. And that dean is me, I'm the dean of that university. Get out of my uni! Allegedly, please don't. I've already got so many people suing me. I've got that rat suing me. I've got Miley Cyrus suing me for reasons unknown. And also that whole Momo prank I started. Not so popular with parents, so kind of wish I hadn't done that, but I thought it was funny. In conclusion, this has just made me really disappointed in my parents. I mean, her mum gave her $500,000 worth of bribes to get her into university. I'm not getting that from my mum. I asked my mum for some money for like a magazine and she's like, get out of the house, you're 25. What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm a freaking famous YouTube newsman. She's like, that's not a thing. Leave. Why are you still here? I'm like, Mum, what are you talking about? She's like, I'm not your mum. Get out of it. Sir, this is a Burger King. Please leave. And I'm like, oh, Mum, the times we share. Our second story, Jeffree Star recruited Shane Dawson to get rid of over $1 million worth of expired makeup. In this week's most relatable story. Yes, Jeffree gets sent a lot of makeup by PRs, by makeup companies who want him to cover their makeup on his channel, and of course he's just extremely rich, so his house is just full of makeup. But makeup, like any sort of organic product, eventually expires and you can't really use it anymore because you're just rubbing old expired paint on your face, and that would be crazy. So Shane and Jeffree put on hazmat suits and just started chucking it all away. But the problem is there's so much makeup that Jeffree was actually receiving new makeup via post as he was throwing it away. Now, this may sound wasteful, but he wasn't just chucking it all into a landfill somewhere. The expired stuff he was getting rid of, but the stuff that wasn't expired, he said he was going to donate to some charities, to some women's charities. So it was actually quite a nice thing they did here. And that's pretty much the whole story. Sometimes people call Jeffree, hard to relate to. Who among us has not had to throw out over $1 million worth of expired makeup? I've lost count of the amount of Sundays I'll pop along to my house mansion, my news mansion, and I'll just have loads of makeup lying around, and I'll ask my mate, butler, I'll ask my butler and I'll be like, Jeeves, what are we gonna do with all this makeup? And he's like, am I permitted to talk to you, sir? And I go, of course you're not permitted to talk to me. You're scum. We laugh and joke about it. Then I'll go to see my mum, get a burger. She always has burgers for some reason. And then I'll pretty much go home and Yeah, that's pretty much an average weekend for me. What were we talking about? There's a part in the video where Shane asks Jeffree how much of this is expired, and Jeffree holds up the packet and explains to him that all makeup has a period after opening number, of like how many months you can use it after opening. And Shane's like, wow, this is amazing. When I was watching it, I was like, yeah, of course. Like, how have you just discovered the concept of an expiry date now? Like, what does Shane's fridge look like if he's just like, food lasts forever? This yogurt is mostly acid now, but I think that makes it healthier. That's why I only drink the freshest ram's blood. Thick today. Okay, on to our third story, and this one's actually a bit of a sad story, so let me just put away my joke bucket. There we go, full of joke. Oh, empty anyway, haven't used it for weeks. Cool. And I'll just put away my joke folder. Folder full of jokes. Yep, nothing inside. Okay. We're ready to, and sorry, actually this envelope as well that I filled with humorous images and funny quips. I'll just put that away as well. Cool. And I'll just close all these windows of jokes. There we go. Wonderful. And let me just put this joke elephant away. You okay there, Cohen?
I won't need to edit anything if there's nothing on screen.
Yes, Tanya Burr and Jim Chapman have confirmed that they are no longer together, having been married since 2015 and together since they were teenagers. It's a very sad day for them, their fans, and for people who are fans of old school YouTube in general. You know, they were a sort of power couple of British YouTube way back in the day when everyone was just getting started with vlogging. They broke the news on Instagram. Tanya posted a statement that said, "Just wanted to let you all know that a few weeks ago, Jim and I made the painful decision to no longer be together. We have huge respect for each other and will continue to remain friends forever. Thank you in advance for respecting our privacy at this difficult time." For his part, Jim said, "After 12 incredible years, Tan and I have decided to go our separate ways. We're still absolutely the best of friends and have nothing but love and respect for each other. We will continue to support one another in all of our ventures and are both looking forward to what the future holds." So it seems like they're both on good terms, that this was a relatively mutual thing, but it's obviously still really sad. Obviously there's not much more to say about that, but you know, we obviously wish them both the best in the future with all the new things they're working on. This might seem like a weird time for me to brag, but I did read those Instagrams really well off the teleprompter just then, and I think that's quite impressive. Now it's time for YouTuber Watch, the section of the show where I feature one YouTuber every week and tell you what they got up to. Now this week I received a letter from a young boy who said, "Dear sir, please could you feature me on this week's YouTuber Watch? I'm a young boy of 10 years, not even 11, and I love to make videos with my good friend Phil. Please could you write about me and I will give you a shiny halfpenny. Yours in Christ, Jacksepticeye." So there we go, young Jacksepticeye's written in, so I guess we're talking about him this week. It's time for Dan How Watch. Welcome to Dan How Watch. I'm Benedict Townsend. I'd like to be your friend. What's Dan been up to this week? Well, at the time of recording, it's March the 14th, which is, of course, Valentine's Day. So Dan was out and about trying to find himself a date and some nice roses to give the date. "Oh, it's going to be a wonderful romantic time this year," Dan said in his trademark voice as he walked down the street looking for a potential beau, or indeed bae. At that point, he fell down a manhole cover and entered the realm of the Rat King. "Oh no," said Dan. "I seem to have entered the realm of the Rat King." Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this rat going to be involved in the making of pizza, the redistribution of pizza slices? Absolutely not. This is a different rat. Not all rats are the same. I don't appreciate ratsists who think all rats are the same viewing my videos. However, there was a man, and did he have a sword? Well, let me put it this way, in an old Irish limerick. If the day was long and a man had a sword, is the answer yes? You know it to be true. And the man came down with a sword, tried to cut off his head, but then Phil Lester appeared. "All right, there's me, Phil Lester. It's time for us to end this narrative arc. You truly have been building towards this for a long time, so it's time for me to reveal my real identity." And he took off his mask and revealed who he really was, and it was very surprising and cool. Some of the best writing you've ever heard. This has been Dan How Watch. Wow, what a fascinating episode of Dan How Watch. We'll be talking about that for weeks to come. Kudos to the entire team that write that show. It's the same people who write Riverdale, which is why it's so good. Guys, I'm just kidding. I love Riverdale. It's got a gargoyle. It's got a man with abs who got attacked by a bear. It's got a guy who wears a hat. It's the perfect show. That's one less lawsuit for this week. Olivia Jade got stung by Varsity Blues. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this has been YouTuber News, which you can watch every week right here on YouTube and also on Snapchat. Don't forget you can watch YouTuber News over on Snapchat Discover in a little bit of a portrait flavour. I'll be back next week with a very special episode of YouTuber News where I'm going to be replaced. Yeah, what's going to happen? Will I die? No, but I will be replaced temporarily, and you're going to have to find out what that's all about by watching it. So, see you then, and looking forward to it. If you've enjoyed today's episode, only if you've enjoyed it, please could you hit like, really helps us out with the algorithms and stuff. And don't forget, the best way to get YouTuber News is to hit subscribe, and then you get new episodes delivered to you every week. You don't have to think about it. You can get the first comments. I love to wade in and reply to some of the first comments, see what people are saying. So if you want to get in on the action, hit subscribe, and you can be part of that. Don't forget to tweet #LoveTheRat so that people will think you're strange and not want to be your friend. And until next time, I'll say my famous catchphrase, America Castle! I look at myself! Peace out. No, you don't understand, because Phil, the identity of Phil, you know, that guy, he was in the very first episode of Dan How Watch, in the background. Yeah, it was the janitor. And so it had been, well, the pieces are there if you go back and watch it. Obviously, it's different in the original manga, but in my adaptation, yeah, he was there. And that guy was that guy, yeah. And Dan Howell was me, yes, you've got it. An idiot could understand it.